What if the internet shut down for one entire week? Not slowed down, not broken in a funny way, completely gone. You wake up, reach for your phone, and it lights up with confidence. The screen is bright, the battery is full, everything looks normal. And then nothing loads. No messages, no feeds, no answers, just silence. Stay with me, because by the end of this story, you might be more afraid of the internet coming back than disappearing. The first day feels like a magic trick gone wrong. Your brain keeps expecting reality to refresh. You tap again, you wait, you tilt the phone like that helps. Somewhere deep inside, a tiny panic button clicks. People still show up to work, but without the internet, offices turn into polite chaos. Someone asks a simple question, and suddenly it feels illegal to not know the answer instantly. You realize how often knowledge was borrowed instead of owned. Confidence drops the moment search bars disappear. Here is the strange scientific truth hiding under the humor. The internet is not intelligence, it is access. It is millions of machines talking through cables thinner than your finger, moving tiny packets of data at near light speed. When it works, it feels like thinking faster. When it stops, your brain remembers it was always doing the thinking. The internet did not steal your intelligence. It just made you forget where you put it. By the second day, modern systems begin to sweat. Navigation apps are gone, so people discover that cities were never designed for memory. Delivery routes look like abstract art. Banks still exist, but money suddenly feels heavier when it cannot teleport instantly. Even simple tasks feel dramatic. Buying something becomes an adventure. Waiting becomes unavoidable. Time slows down, not because clocks change, but because nothing is fighting for your attention every second. Then the absurdity kicks in, because humans hate empty space. Someone becomes the local expert just because they remember how to fix a printer. Another person starts writing phone numbers on paper like they are preserving ancient spells. A teenager asks their parents how people survived before the internet, and the parents pause, realizing they do not fully remember either. Without memes arriving every minute, humor becomes local again. Jokes are recycled, improved, and somehow funnier. Around the third day, old technology rises from retirement. Radio becomes cool again without trying. Television feels strangely authoritative. Newspapers reappear like confident grandparents saying, "We never left." Even fax machines come back, wheezing heroically, reminding the world that information traveled before Wi-Fi and nobody died. The pace is slower, but the signal feels solid. You receive information when it is ready, not when you demand it. Something unexpected happens inside your body by the fourth day. Your brain relaxes. There are studies showing that constant notifications train your attention to expect random rewards, like a slot machine that never sleeps. When that noise disappears, the craving spikes, then fades. Boredom arrives, raw and uncomfortable, and then boredom does something dangerous. It turns into thought. People start cleaning, drawing, talking, walking, and staring out of windows like the world is a documentary they forgot to watch. By the fifth day, human connection stops being optimized and starts being real. Conversations last longer, eye contact feels intense again. Children invent games with terrible rules and endless laughter. Adults rediscover silence, which is awkward at first, then peaceful. Without the ability to disappear into a screen, presence becomes unavoidable. You notice who you are when nothing is distracting you from yourself. Day 6 is the honest one. People realize how much of their life lives behind passwords. Photos, notes, work, memories, everything's safe and unreachable at the same time. Not stolen, not destroyed, just inaccessible. It feels like locking your own house and realizing the key only exists online. Ownership suddenly means very little without access. Then day 7 arrives. The internet is still gone, but something has shifted. Panic has been replaced by routine. The world did not collapse, it adjusted. The internet returns slowly, like a distant hum growing louder. Screens explode with messages, notifications pile up like an avalanche. The global noise rushes back, eager to be consumed. And here comes the twist. For the first time, millions of people hesitate. They look at the screen and feel something new: choice. They remember the quiet. They remember thinking a full thought without interruption. They remember that the internet is a tool, not an organ. Powerful, yes. Necessary, often. But not the thing keeping them alive. The internet shuts down for 1 week, and the biggest reboot does not happen to the network. It happens to you. The signal comes back online, but your attention does not fully return. And for the first time, the internet has to compete with your real life.